Hey guys, it's Soldier Girl. This is a corset update for you guys. I feel like at this point I'm pretty much doing videos every week or week and a half just because I'm having major progress and it's exciting and I want to share it with you guys. So in my last update I was wearing my corset at a 26.5 inch and that's just measuring the outside of the corset. Now of course the inside is going to measure smaller because measuring on the outside you got to take into account the corset, the fabric, the boning. And so I would say probably 3 or 4 days after I posted the last video for you guys, I challenged myself to a 1/2 inch reduction, which somebody asked me that. They said, how do you know when it's time to reduce, when it's time to cinch in more? Your body's going to tell you when it's time. It'll tell you when it's not time, and it'll definitely tell you when it is time. I tend to know it's time when I get like overly comfortable with a certain level of tightness. That's when I know it's time to tighten. And I usually tighten in 1/2 inch increments because a 1/2 inch doesn't sound like a lot, but in corset training it's a lot. And so it's enough to gradually make progress. I'm wearing it now, of course I am. And right now I'm measuring at 26 inches and I'm going to try to see if I can measure for you guys because the last time I tried to measure the camera kind of washed it out and you really couldn't see it, and so I had to do a steal. Let me show you the back really quick before I forget. This is what the back is looking like, and I think it's about a 2-inch gap, I want to say. I want to say it's a 1.5 inches. It's an 1.5 inch gap in the back. I thought it was a 2-inch gap. Almost forgot to measure. And so I'm going to try to see if I can do this. Not get on the knot. Wild dreams, huh? Ooh, I lied. Chanel's a liar. She lied. I always make sure I'm not measuring on the knot in the back. Okay. I lied, you guys. This is nearly 25.5. The camera takes a lot of focus. I'm hoping that. So that's what we're measuring at, 25.5. And I'm actually surprised because I thought I was measured at 26. Which is crazy because I haven't necessarily felt the difference in it being a little tighter. This was my look of the day. I thought about doing look of the day videos again, but I'm not really sure yet. But this is pretty much what I wore today. Just my jeans and my gray Nikes, and obviously you can't tell I have a corset on. And there's times I've worn like wife beaters, tanks. I wouldn't go out in public like this. Like I just wouldn't, because I wouldn't want all the unnecessary attention of it all. But yeah, so that's where I'm at now. I don't plan on taking it off for you guys today, although I normally try to take the corset off so that you guys can see my stomach, because I know when I was first researching corset training, a lot of women didn't take their corsets off. And in my head, learning, I would assume that when she takes it off, it's going to look like this. It took, I would say it pretty much took me doing it myself to know that it doesn't work like that. Like there's going to be some, what do you call it? Yeah, there's going to be some bounce back. You're not going to look like this when you take it off. And so yes, I do try to take it off, but I don't plan on working out for another couple hours, 2 or 3 hours. So I'm not going to take it off and have to put it back on. Someone asked me about, oh gosh, it was just in my head too. Oh, back fat. I get back fat questions a lot. Like, what do you do about the back fat? I say it depends on your tops, your blouses. Like I noticed that ruffles and prints kind of deflect that amount of back fat. Some of my Nike sports bras, they're more compressive. Those work really good with compressing that back fat. And then diet and exercise. Like as your weight goes down, the amount of back fat is going to decrease. Like when I first started corset training, I had more back fat. Like I don't have a whole lot. Like look, it's right there. And this blouse just really deflects it so you can't even really see it. But again, the longer you train, the back fat's going to decrease. Now keep in mind, your corset training, so you're squeezing your waist and stuff's going to push up and stuff's going to push down. So you're going to have some level of back fat. Even me, I'm not a very big person, but I still have back fat. And then you're going to have that oozing that comes to the bottom. Now, I learned this technique from Lucy at Lucy Corset's channel. Right before you tighten it, you slip your hand in there and you just pull up. And then you finish tightening it, and it kind of gets all that in there so that you have this really smooth transition. You know, you don't have like this bulge down there. There's times where I lace up and I totally forget to do the pull method, and I end up having to unlace and do it again. Corset training is not for everybody though. In fact, when I first started, you guys, it was more or less, does corset training work? You know, and I realized that with consistency and diet and exercise, it does work. As far as a non-scale victory, you guys, these are my size 7s, and I have to keep pulling them up because I don't have a belt on, but these are my size 7s, you guys. I was in my closet looking for something to wear today, and I try to wear things that where I can corset train and I can go about my day and run errands and not have to worry about my corset. And so so this blouse is, I think this blouse is, I got it from Kohl's. It's a Jennifer Lopez line blouse, and I absolutely love it. And it does a really good job with hiding the fact that I'm corset training. And so, but anyways, yeah. So I was in my closet looking to wear, and I put these jeans on. I really didn't think I was going to be able to wear them. It's like that commercial where you're squeezing everything and you're on the floor and you're trying to get the jeans on. I was so excited when I was able to put these on, you guys. Now, before I got pregnant, I was down to a size 2 to 4, I would say. Because I had some jeans in my closet, some Rock Republics that were 2s, and some Jennifer Lopez jeans that were 2s too. So I was a size 2 to 4, right? And so being able to get back into my 5s was just a major accomplishment for me. I don't weigh myself. I choose not to weigh myself. I haven't weighed myself since I ended the Master Cleanse. And I just believe that there's so many amazing non-scale victories out there that you don't have to weigh yourself. And I truly feel like if I am working the hell out of my program, my diet's where it needs to be, my exercise is where it needs to be, then why do I need to weigh myself for? And so yeah, so my next step is going to be trying to get in my size 4s, and so I'm excited about that. I do have the 2s, and I don't know if I want to go that low again, because I believe when I was a size 2, I was around 125, 130. And I like to stay between 130 and 135. You know, another question somebody asked, she said, how come every video that I watch, corset video that I watch, the women are all out of breath and stuff? It's because when you're learning how to corset train, you tend to breathe, you can't breathe deep. So it's like you become like a shallow breather because you can't take a full deep breath. The longer you corset train, you guys, you eventually do get used to it. Like for me, I mean, nobody knows I have a corset on. I mean, I'm not like walking around like, I mean, only time there's a problem is when it's time to come up and down the stairs, especially carrying a little guy, because gosh, he's got to be probably close to 15 pounds by now, so carrying him up and down the stairs, you know, and having the corset on at the same time is a challenge for me. The corset training has a really bad stigma attached to it, and for me, it's always about what I look like outside the corset, not what I look like wearing the corset. I mean, I do think that corsets are beautiful, and women look beautiful in corsets, and they're sexy, and such, but it's about what you look like when you take it off. So, I'll leave it there. You guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.